Great people don't give up, live up to the challenges that life throws at them.
If you do not enjoy the process, if you do not enjoy the day-to-day work of actually doing the thing that you do every day, you will lose.
That it's okay. This is my number one way of how to find strength in difficult times, is reminding yourself that the way you feel is okay.
Rise and shine, it's Espresso time. What's up, Believe Nation? It's Evan. My one word is believe, and I believe in you. I believe you have an amazing gift inside you that I want to see exploded onto the world. So let's start your day off right together. Grab your coffee and sip on today's message. See challenges as opportunities. Over to you, Gaur Gopal Das.
I wake up every morning.
Espresso keep me going.
I wake up every morning.
December 10th, 1914. There was a massive explosion in West Orange, New Jersey, United States of America. 10 buildings in a factory owned by the legendary inventor Thomas Edison were engulfed by flames. 6 to 8 fire departments rushed to the scene but could not curb the chemical-fueled inferno. After having tried all that he could, as Thomas Edison calmly stood there, watching the fire destroy his entire life's hard work, his 24-year-old son Charles came over and stood next to him. In a childlike voice, Edison said to his son, "Charlie, go and get your mother and her friends. They'll never be able to see a spectacular fire like this in their entire life." Astonished and shocked by his father's response, Charles asked Thomas Edison, "Our entire factory is being burnt down to ashes, Dad." Thomas Edison replied, in complete composure, "Yes, our factory is being burnt down to ashes. But all the mistakes we have made so far in the factory have also been burnt down to ashes. We will start all over again tomorrow." That evening, Thomas Edison told a New York Times reporter, "Although I'm 67 years old and I'm completely exhausted from running around and trying to control the fire, tomorrow I'll start all over again, afresh." And so he did. The next day was a fresh beginning for Thomas Edison and his son Charles in trying to rebuild what had been destroyed by the fire. Often, this is what life does unto us. Our dreams are shattered, our hopes broken, efforts baffled. Great people, they don't cry, they try to rebuild their dreams. Great people don't give up, live up to the challenges that life throws at them. Great people don't go through, they grow through the difficulties that come on their path. They start all over again with great hope, with great determination, with great grit. And that is why they reach the highest peaks of success that most people only aspire for. That is why I say, no challenges, no success. No challenges, no success.
So first off, man, I love Gaur Gopal Das. He tells amazing stories, has amazing lessons, and also Thomas Edison, what a badass at 67 to have that mindset. I just wonder, when I hear these stories, I wonder how I would react. I think I would react in a similar way, but I don't know if it would be my default reaction that my building is on fire, come and look at this beautiful flame as it's destroying everything around me. The core lesson I take away though from this is you have to enjoy the process. So many people, when they are starting a business, or just in general with your life, with your goals, you're chasing these milestones. I want to build a huge factory. I want to get 1 million subscribers. I want to hit $1 million of revenue. You're chasing milestones, but you don't like the work. We're the most successful people in the world. They love the process. You love the work. You love getting up and doing the thing. I love making videos. I love helping entrepreneurs. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's what I breathe to do. I could do it all day long. And all of the benefits come from that. And build a business around it and get the accolades and get the awards. But it all stems from the origination point of loving the craft, where too many people wake up and they drive to a job that they hate and they have arbitrary goals that don't really mean much to them and they don't want to do the work to get there. It's not, let's set some goal and say I'm going to do anything it takes to get there, because you won't. If you don't love the process, you won't win, because the people who love the process will always crush you. The person who on YouTube wants to hit 1 million subscribers versus the person who loves making video content for their audience, this person who loves the content is going to hit 1 million plus. The person who's just trying to hit 1 million will never get there. That's the main thesis. And for Thomas Edison, yes, of course, the building burning down is not what he would have hoped for, but it's not as big a deal for him because he still gets to invent. The process for him is waking up and inventing every day. That's what he wants to do. And now he gets to do it in a new building that he's going to create. Sometimes I secretly hope that my YouTube channel will blow up. Not blow up huge, but blow up, like blow down. Set the YouTube channel on fire and start all over again. It's this little secret wish of mine. I don't actually want it to happen because of the people I have on my team, right? There's 8 people who work on my YouTube team and that's jobs that are gone if my YouTube channel burns to the ground. But the idea of starting over, the idea of building fresh from the ground is really intoxicating. And so I don't do it on the YouTube channel, I do it on separate YouTube channels. I have a French channel I'm starting, I have a Spanish channel I'm starting, Instagram I'm starting up. We just passed 10,000 followers. Instagram is my latest obsession besides YouTube, because I love the startup process. I love grinding and figure things out and understanding the algorithm and understanding how to win and figuring out the methodology. Where YouTube now for what I'm doing is really mature. And yes, there's still innovations that are happening, but it's not the same thing as the startup. And so I think it's just so important that you understand you need to love the process. You need to love the work that you are doing. You need to be the best at that work and wake up, yes, with goals to go and get $1 million and whatever your big goals in life are. Those are still important. The goals can be motivating to help drive you forward, especially when things are tough. You've had a bad day, a bad week, a bad couple months. Like your big vision, your big goals can really help you. But if you do not enjoy the process, if you do not enjoy the day-to-day work of actually doing the thing that you do every day, you will lose, because you can only force yourself to do something that you hate for so long before you quit. I challenge you to study any of your heroes, any people that you look up to, whoever your biggest mentors are in life, in business, in athletics, whoever your heroes are, the people who you look at and say, these people achieved the pinnacle of success. They've done what I want to do. I guarantee you, they love the work. They love the process. They love doing the thing that they are doing every day, and that's why they win. Now I've got a very special bonus clip for you that I think you're really gonna enjoy, but before that, question of the day, I wanna know if your building was on fire that you spent 50 years building, or Edison maybe 30 years building, and it's on fire, would you stand there and say, come, watch the flame, or not? What would your reaction be? Leave in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I believe in you. I hope you continue to believe in yourself and whatever your one word is. Much love. I'll see you again tomorrow morning for another shot of espresso, and enjoy the bonus clip.
I wake up every morning.
Espresso, keep me going.
You have to remind yourself that it's okay to feel the way you feel when you're going through a difficult time. It's okay to feel weak. It's okay to want to cry. It's okay to feel overwhelmed. Just reminding yourself that it's okay. This is my number one way of how to find strength in difficult times, is reminding yourself that the way you feel is okay. To honor that feeling, to accept that feeling, to actually be okay with that, what we see or what we perceive to be a weakness, or what we perceive to let us down, or what we perceive is a sign of, instability or insecurity, we've got to remind ourselves that when things are tough, it's okay to feel that way. There's nothing wrong with that. Any difficulty I go to, I look to moments in history where people have endured the same pain, if not more extreme, and analyze, absorb, and connect with how they got through it. I like to see what they were thinking. I like to see what they did. I like to see how they structured themselves. I like to look at how they organized. Like to look at who they were speaking to. I like to look at what was going through their mind at that time, because you've got to remember that any challenge we're facing today, we've faced it before as humanity, right? Beyond ethnicities, beyond color, race, creed, beyond backgrounds, beyond all walks of life. As human beings, we've been through challenges before and we've got through them. And therefore, reconnecting with how that's been done before is a beautiful way of learning how to overcome current challenges. So you can either look at your past, but real wisdom lies in looking at the past of people who made a difference. You look at people like Martin Luther King, you look at people like Gandhi, you look at people who made world-changing differences. Not single-handedly, but influenced from a single perspective, from a single point of view, and really connecting with the powerful moments in history. Now, I've said this quote many times, I've read it many times, and this quote actually is unbelievable. And the quote says that they thought they buried us, they didn't know we were seeds, right? It's a Mexican proverb. They thought they buried us, they didn't know we were seeds. And I was thinking, when you tell yourself that story, you start thinking much more differently, right? A seed is buried too. It's incredible that the seed goes through the same process as anything else. It's put deep underground, right? All of this mud is put on top of it. It gets rained on, it gets snowed on, all these kind of things, but it knows that it's a seed. So it knows that it can grow, so that anything's possible. And it grows through, and you see even plants growing through concrete sometimes, right? It's unbelievable how much power a seed has. So changing the stories we tell ourselves, we can either look at challenging situations as opportunities for growth, as an opportunity to learn, as an opportunity to change, be the change, or we can look at them and really feel down. Now, that second part is okay. We can even feel like that, right? But we have to recognize it's not permanent. We've got to accept that none of our feelings are permanent. They don't need to be permanent. It's a choice. So if you need to vent, vent. I was saying to someone yesterday, if you need to vent, vent. If you need to rant, rant. If you need to complain, complain. If you need to share how you feel, do that. But recognize that those feelings are not permanent, and it will be amazing when we realize we are seeds, right? That is the most powerful way of finding strength.
Raise your standard.
Apple at the core, its core value is that we believe that people with passion can change the world for the better.
Not one drop of my self-worth depends on your acceptance of me.
I don't ever give up. I'd have to be dead or completely incapacitated.
Hey Believe Nation, if you want to see my all-time favorite top 10 rules of success, I have a very special secret video for you. These are the individual clips that I have personally learned the most from and applied to my life and my business. Check the link in the description for details.